Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I'm fumbling with the keys in my lock to my shitty house. Oh my gosh, oh there we go, the door, it's opening. Oh, hello honey, my beautiful supermodel wife, how are you doing?
Hold on, I'm in the middle of a game of online chess. Is this important?
Yes, baby, it's so important. Grab the kids, grab Billy and Schmilly, that we have big news. Big news for the family.
Billy Schmilly, your dad says we have big news.
Daddy won us a new house. Do you remember the new house raffle, son? Do you remember the one that I told you Daddy entered?
Yeah, you mentioned something like that before you took me to tennis practice.
Oh, my beautiful boy, you sound more like Bruce Willis every day, my child. Yes, we're actually going to this new planet. What was the planet called, honey? I actually don't even recall. I just got so caught up in it.
It's called Slick Flack Tron.
Slick Flack Tron. Yes, great. The only caveat is that the guy to take us there is outside right now. We do all have to leave at this moment. They're gonna shuttle our stuff in, but if I say we all just go. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? You have a family adventure?
Dad, do I have to,
Oh gosh,
yes,
how do I
yes.
Do I have to make new friends at this new school, or can I just paint all day?
There's no school there, buddy.
Hooray!
Isn't that great? No school. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yes, son. I love that you won't be schooled. Anyways, let's go. Come on outside, everyone. Hello, sir. I'm the winner of the raffle. This is my beautiful family.
Hey there. Nice to meet y'all. Alrighty, so here we got in fine print right here. Fine print giveth, fine print taketh away. You know what I'm saying?
The fine print? I thought we were all ready to go. Are we not leaving, or?
Oh, no. See, you're all leaving, okay? We got 2 pods set up for you. The moving crew is...
Why would there be 2?
Well, sir, you want to step over here with me real quick?
Okay, sure. Sorry, honey, 1 second.
That's okay. I'm about to king him.
So, let me just tell you, I'm going to put it to you straight, okay?
God, you're just disgusting, but go on.
Sorry, I just got a lip full of chaw right now. Listen, you're going to understand, because you're a man, and I'm a man. And in the fine print, it says that the man who wins the Slick Flack Tron raffle has to survive on ye old Elo Rock colony to prove his manliness while his family adjusts to life.
You're serious? This is not negotiable? There's no... I gotta go to Elo Rock, the most notorious failed fucking colony planet ever?
Sir, like I said, the fine print giveth, the fine print taketh away.
And away you go to Elo.
Wait, what? Oh my God.
Yeah, you know the vibes.
I can't believe you were for real about to not give me a fucking countdown for the liftoff. What a clown.
I know, bro. I was just like, man, these escape pods are so... Like, how fast do you think travel could ever get to the point, like, where we don't even count speed? Like teleportation, right? If teleportation was real, like, could you imagine the lag time on that? Because I feel like if teleportation becomes, like, a real mode...
The lag time? You just mean, like, faster than light travel, basically.
Yeah, but
right?
I feel like if teleportation becomes a real mode of travel tomorrow... The initial rollout of teleportation is going to be like slow as fuck, bro.
I don't know. I feel like if we invented teleportation, it would not be a slow rollout at all. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Would you be a guinea pig for like the initial stages of teleportation?
I'm pretty sure we actually already talked about this on a different episode. I think we talked about this on the $1 Million episode with Tommy, and I said, yes, I would. No, I said that because there's two. We were talking about teleportation, and we were.
You got it. You get it out, man. Yeah.
No, it was like a half burp. It was not good. But you know how? Okay, so you know how there's like in movies, there's like two different types of teleporters. You know, there's like the fancy government ones, and then there's the ones that the crazy guy built in his like garage.
Yes, I know exactly. Yeah,
You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
exactly what you mean.
I would be using the movie logic, and I would trust the one in the garage more. And because that's the one that ends up working.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's real shit. Yeah, it's always like because it reinforces the underdog idea.
Reinforces the underdog idea. Speaking of reinforcing the underdog idea. Speaking of reinforcing the underdog idea. Ow, fuck! I just hit my head. Welcome to the second part of the Theoretically Speaking Alien Survival episode. How are you doing today, man?
I'm chilling. I'm
chilling.
Yeah. I've been. I've just been. I've been writing more recently, like just journaling and writing. Plays. I'm trying to work on, and
that's not funny. Talk about something funny that happened.
Nothing's been really funny in my life, man. I've been getting clowned on in Madden while I'm at work. I work a new fucking job, fucking incel data entry job, and like it's so. I really only work like half of my hours. Like I work from home, but like TBH, I be not working. Like I be doing whatever, and I probably shouldn't be saying this. I just got the job like 2 weeks ago, but like
they are never gonna know you have this, and they are not. If they do, they are not listening to it.
That's fair. Yeah,
it is never gonna happen.
Probably. Yeah, no, dog. I've just been like, I've been cooking so much more recently. I've been making.
Dude, that's great. I have a great kitchen and I don't ever use it.
Bro, you got it. I've been making all kinds of fire dishes recently, dog. Honestly, I made like a fall hash with like quinoa and sweet potato and cranberries and.
You made like a fall what?
A real like festive autumn dish. You know what I mean? It was like it had pumpkin seeds, cranberries, sweet potato. It was real orange and shit, man.
Well, but it wasn't like a meal. It was just a bunch of things you put together.
It was a medley. It was a medley. Come on, Ian. First step to being a good cook. Learn how to talk really pretentiously about your meals.
Yeah, actually, fair enough. I want to actually really quickly talk about the Bruce Willis thing. Do you know about this?
He has dementia.
No, he doesn't. He has aphasia.
Oh, what's the difference?
But do you know aphasia is affects your speech?
Oh,
it's really sad, honestly. God. He was getting clowned on, right? Because he was making all those like really, really bad direct-to-video movies where he, fuck me, of course my damn phone goes off. Lowered up.
I didn't even hear it.
Lowered up all that. No, he was making all those like really shitty like direct-to-video movies. Like the Walmart bargain bin ass fucking, there it is, movies. And he was making them all just because he like basically needed to make as much money as he could before like his diagnosis was like public in theory. So that's like pretty sad that he was making like awful movies for years because he had a really bad degenerative mental condition. But there was something that happened the other day that was really crazy, except they doubled back on it. So I don't know if it's true or not, but that he sold his likeness rights.
Sold his likeness rights to whom? For what?
I forget. I mean, it was just some company in theory for a movie. As in, like, they can CGI deepfake Bruce Willis into their movie, and it's like legal.
That's lit.
Like entirely.
The possibilities
it's
are
not
endless.
Lit, dude. No, dude, it's like hell. It's like that shit scares me so much. As like a performer and an artist, like we don't need like We don't need like more reasons to like not pay
Bro,
people.
what are you?
I mean, obviously, if Bruce Willis is like willingly backing out, but I'm talking about for the future. I'm saying like that's just terrifying.
What are you talking about? If you're any kind of like professional athlete, they make a fucking digital video game character out of you. People will fictionalize.
Bro, he's sold. He's literally this company in theory can put him in their movie doing anything, doing whatever they want, say Bruce Willis is in it, and the real Bruce Willis didn't have a damn thing to do with it other than just look like the fucking computer generated thing that's in the movie.
Be like that.
And you don't see that as like kind of crazy?
I think there's no way.
That's way different than a video game. That's way different than a video game
Nothing
scan.
we can do about that. That new movie, Blonde, that just came out. Like, look.
That movie sucks.
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard very mixed reviews about it, but like.
No, dude, that movie, it's so bad.
It's not.
There's a scene in that movie where Marilyn Monroe asks what an egg is.
Gordon, I hope you're watching.
I'd like you and my wife to join in, please.
Like she's in. That's not. I'm not. It's not
So
like
you have
a
seen
joke.
the movie?
Like, no, I haven't. But I've seen clips from it, and Annabelle's seen it, and she's read the book, and I trust her opinion.
I've heard the book is great.
She loved the book. The movie is like just
Some
awful.
things just don't translate the same visually.
No, but it's not that though. It's not the fact that it's about that. It's that the director like is like low key like a misogynist.
Hell yeah!
Like the guy was like the guy openly was like, the movie is about a woman that killed herself. I don't care about her successes. That's what I want to focus on. Like he's like the little victories in her life don't mean anything because she killed herself. And it's like the director's like actual opinion on the movie. So the whole movie is just like miserable and just like it sucks. But there is a scene in it where she's in a in a kitchen, and she's like, tasting the broth, being like, "Oh my lord, this is so good," or whatever.
Her name was Norma
And then another
Jean.
lady.
Sorry.
And then another woman, unprompted, just walks up to her with an egg in her hands and like gives her the egg. It doesn't say anything, just looks at Marilyn Monroe with an egg in her hand, and Marilyn Monroe picks it up and says, "Oh, you're supposed to eat this just standing up?"
What? What does that even mean?
Like he's implying that she's like so stupid she doesn't know what an egg is.
But the point I'm trying to make is about likeness. They can use her likeness for whatever the fuck they want. And that's what they could do to any I don't mean any of us as in like we're famous. But I mean like literally though, like how could you, like with Bruce Willis, okay, he's willingly acknowledging his disease and he's trying to make the most, he's squeezing the most he can out of it.
But the reason why the Marilyn Monroe one is different,
family for future to come. You don't think that her
Bro, okay, don't pull the fucking like pity card on me. Of course I think it's good that his family gets money. The reason why it's an AI fucking acting is different than a person doing an impression is that the person doing an impression of a famous person like Marilyn Monroe is a craft. That's an actual acting craft, not a robot performing the entire role that just happens to look like Bruce Willis. Those are not comparable.
Oh, bro, we all going to be pieces of shit in like 30, 40 years when we're not accepting of robots being equal to humans. Come on.
Oh, dude, I will ride that train for so fucking long. I think I definitely think AI is like a bit of a Pandora's box. Like we do not need to fuck with that shit.
I agree, and that could be a topic for an entirely different episode. All of our grandchildren are going to.
No, that's too real. It's not so. That's like not silly enough for the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, also like all of our grandchildren are going to shit on us and call us all like pieces of shit because we use iPhones, which are built by children and shit like that, and mined under the rare earth minerals are mined under like fucking horrible conditions in like war-torn countries and shit. I mean, like, come on, like. If you ain't prepared to realize that all the shit you get from Amazon and IKEA that you furnish your home with ain't some fucking bullshit, then like we're just doomed. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, how will we explain ourselves now to people in the future? We can't. We can't even explain ourselves now, dog. So like, let the good times roll, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the guy with the solutions, you know?
What's something funny that happened or that you saw recently?
Yo, I'm a part-time.
This is too real.
Bro,
this is too real for the beginning of the podcast.
This is some real shit too. But at my part-time job,
okay,
someone shit on the floor. There's just something.
Oh, you did tell me this. You did tell me about the poop on the floor.
There's just something about pooping where you shouldn't that's inherently funny.
It's like infectious.
Yes, it's a perfect adjective.
You think it's addicting?
It's hilarious. It's just like, well, maybe not for her. Maybe not for her because she's like in her 70s.
I don't know if it's. It's hilarious. I've got this idea for a new comedy sketch show where we just poop in random places, and that's it.
She got off the elevator and it fell out the bottom of her.
What's that show, The Biggest Loser or whatever?
That's
The Greatest
weight loss
Loser?
show.
What if that, but for the sketch, the guy just has to, and they're like, okay, so poop right in there. And he's like, what? And the whole thing is that he has to poop in the like public.
We are getting so
funny,
close to that movie Idiocracy at that point.
Well, just like us right now, or
yeah, because that
generally?
movie's about like a dude wakes up 500 years in the future and he's the smartest person alive.
Yeah, I know what Idiocracy
I'm explaining
is.
for the viewer.
Ow my balls.
It's literally Ow My Balls, like the most popular show on TV in 500 years is a dude getting hit in his nuts.
Do you know why that shit scares me? It's because I would watch Ow My Balls.
You would love Ow My Balls. You'd be like, I can't hang me and my girl watching Ow My Balls tonight.
It all new Ow My Balls.
I mean, okay, if someone literally was like, okay, each episode of the show, the dudes get kicked in the balls every episode, more than once, and they have to like, I don't know, I would watch it like almost in like a scientific
like
way, you know, to be like, it'd be like, how do they possibly come up with another way to hit him in the balls? Yeah, no, we are definitely on the way to Idiocracy.
100%. Because you know why? Because we're not even terraforming our planet in the right way. You know? So like we couldn't...
No, we're like reverse. Dude, we're unterraforming it. We're taking a planet that is perfectly terraformed and we're ripping it out and putting like malls there.
Exactly. And so...
We're literally doing the opposite of terraforming.
Exactly. So,
it's like too terraformed for us.
So on this new planet that your family gets to go to, but that you can't. This is like...
Great segue.
Mecca, the planet they're going to.
Mecca? Okay.
Did you ever see, I might be using that term Mecca incorrectly. That's got a religious affiliation, right?
Yes.
It does. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
It's funny to me, at least.
To
so
whoever I'm
it's
supposed
okay.
to be sorry to.
Just apologize. Just say, oh my God, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. No, I genuinely am, though. If I had said something that's like affiliate.
No, it's chill. Keep going. Keep going. You covered your bases.
To whomever, my B. So...
damn, yo, my roommates are fucking slamming shit around.
Yeah.
Hold up.
So on this new planet, everything is pristine. Did you ever see that movie? God, dude, this fucking movie. I love it so much. I have such a great memory of seeing it with my mom, and it like fills my whole heart up, and I've recommended it to so many of my friends.
What movie is it?
And none of my friends watched. Did you ever see Downsizing with Matt Damon?
Wait, that was a movie from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, dude. Something out.
That's a
something
recent
Alexander something wrote it. Fuck. It's okay. It's about in the future to combat climate change. Scientists
shrink
scientists
people.
have figured out a way to Honey, I've Shrunk the Kids, which is a great idea for another episode. All human
Don't spoil
human
it.
life and like make like a tiny society for people who are like 2 inches tall. If you decide to get shrunk down that small. And Matt Damon gets separated from his family because his family backs out last minute on getting shrunk. And so he gets shrunk. And he now lives in a society where everybody is like 2 inches tall and all the buildings and the whole society is built proportionate. And it's such a great movie, dude. I love that movie so much. So that's... So
I don't really care for Matt Damon.
What?
And I'm saying, I'm saying
I
that.
like Matt Damon. He's a good actor. What's wrong with Matt Damon?
I don't think he's a bad actor. I just don't care
That's
for
fair.
him. I don't hold a candle for Matt Damon.
That's fair. To each their own, honestly. So you, Matt Damon, as much as you may not hold a candle for him, spiritually, in this context, you, Matt Damon. And
Finally.
you are now on Elo Rock, full of monsters and rough terrain. And you got to survive for 1 whole year to visit your family on Slick Flack, Tron. Thank you. On Slick Flack Tron, which is like the downsizing utopia.
Stop ripping off downsizing. Censor that time. Censor that word that you just said. That I just said.
This is
too.
an episode for homies and I that go way back, for my old roommates back in college. Because the first 2 months I lived with them, I never shut the fuck up about downsizing because I love the movie so much, and I rented it from.
I'll have you know we're censoring it every time you say it now.
That's fine. I rented it from Redbox, and I kept holding out.
Dude, what an archaic concept! Isn't it
is.
crazy that Redbox is like an old concept? Just because to me it seems
so new.
Like in my brain, like it's not that old, but like that's. But even that, just streaming, why would you not?
Dude, right? But I rented it from Redbox because I was so hopeful that my roommates and we would all gather around and invite friends, have a whole family outing and watch a movie.
Because you just fucking love downsizing.
And it's...
I don't know. This is funny.
Sad.
I don't know. I love the idea of you just watching this, I don't know what my understanding of the movie was, and I know you're just telling me right now about how much you love this movie. It seemed like a very average movie.
It was critically panned. So I had this Redbox rental sitting on the shelf every day.
You had this red prolapse.
I had this what's it called? The Gassi, what's it called? Where the dude's ripping his asshole out. What's it called? Goatsy. Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't know what goatsy was, man.
Ian, I feel like every episode of our podcast is you educating me on some common internet pop culture thing. I was thinking about it the other day. I've seen Jordan Peterson pop up on YouTube and on Facebook. Every now and again. I don't know how I got into his algorithm, but I was like, dude, I didn't even know who this fucking guy was until 8 months ago. And I feel like he's been on the, after researching him, I feel like he's been on the internet and been a staple in popular culture, for better or for worse, for so long.
For worse, definitely. For worse by a lot. So, but Jordan Peterson is cringe.
But for
I will not. I am not backing down from that one. That dude is an insane person.
I did watch a clip, and I do like the theory of becoming more friends with your parents as you get older, so that you're more better prepared to take care of them as they get older. Stop relying on your parents' opinions to form your worldviews. I do like that idea. I think that's. I mean,
the thing is,
idea.
Jordan Peterson. I can't pretend like the dude has never said something eloquent. He can be a great orator, but he's a crazy person, and he's kind of an asshole. And I think he's low key. I feel like he's part of the pipeline. Joe. He's the pipeline of Joe Rogan.
Oh, I feel it. See, for me, I really like the anthropology professor Ryan James at the University of Toronto, and I know that that's where Jordan Peterson apparently teaches too.
Well, that's why you like that guy and that's why you got all those tattoos on your head, that show your skull measurements, and you bought all those forceps. I remember that.
Fuck off. I do know the history of anthropology is really
you were you were at the bar and you were arguing with someone, and then you were wait, and you pulled out some forceps and you measured their frontal lobe, and then you were yeah, that's right. You were arguing with a subhuman.
Oh my God, you're a piece of shit for that. But yeah, no.
You thought you'd get away with it.
I believe in the potential for anthropology. I do not believe in the horrible history that it has. But I left Downsizing sitting on my shelf for
I love this.
past the I
Sorry, I just got to laugh. I laughed so hard at that segue. Going straight from like basically eugenics to downsizing. Okay, go on.
I left it. I paid all the redbox penalty fees for never returning the DVD, and I still have it, and it's an original little redbox case.
Wait, you own it still?
Bro, I never returned it because I was just so hopeful that we would all gather around.
I don't know. I guess I did not. I guess I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that part. That's really funny that you still own Downsizing from Redbox.
I was just so hopeful.
I love that.
I was so hopeful.
Matt, that is something that I'm going to add to the list. That's going on the list.
The list of cringe behavior of Matt Lopez.
No, not cringe. They're not cringe. They're just Matt type things.
I'm aware of the list. I do know.
They're not cringe though. Some of them are genuinely. Most of them are cringe, but the list is not. But the list is not inherently.
I just
cringe.
do everything the hard way in life. You know what I mean?
No, dude, you do it the Matt way. Those are not mutually exclusive, but that's what you do. Anyways, okay, this is all to continue with your downsizing.
That was it. That was the end of the story. Is that I was really hopeful that everyone would gather around and watch it one day.
So you got downsizing because you were like, yippee, people will, I can't wait to show this to my friends. And then that never happened, and you grew old and angry and bitter, and you still own it.
Yeah. And it's...
Even though this was only like 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
It came out in 2016.
Damn, did it? Oh my god, dude! No fucking way.
2017, maybe. Yeah, I saw it with my mom.
No.
I think after my freshman year of college or my senior year of high school. I think it was after my freshman.
You're right. 2017. Jesus Christ, dude! That movie is fucking 7 years old. I had no idea. That is insane.
You are bad at math. 5.
Oh no, I was thinking of 2014.
Oh God, no! I was a junior in high school at that point.
I was thinking like late 2014. All right. Well, anyways, yeah, it had Kristen Wiig in it.
The fact that they advertise her in that movie pisses me off because she's barely in it.
She's a fucking name to sell it, you know.
That's a good point.
I mean, that's how. Think about that. Think about that. They can put CGI Bruce Willis like drinking tea in the background of their movie, and then they can, you know, have him be billed in theory, you know. Like, but it's like okay. So whenever you watch like a bunch of like really, really bad, low budget, well, relatively speaking, like low budget films, like the ones that Bruce Willis was doing before his diagnosis was public, they always have like a famous person that's in a very short period of the movie because they were only there to film them for like a day,
of course.
And that's like, oh my god, that's like why they're not in the movie very much. That limitation is gone. Dude, CGI Bruce Willis is going to be all up over those movies, man.
But
and he's been looking all like, he's going to be looking all weird and oily and like buttery because they can't get like skin texture right yet. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about, and I've seen it, and I've seen the bold attempts with films like The Irishman to try to get age.
The Irishman, the worst part of The Irishman, the worst part of the, wait, would you say that movie sucks?
That movie, The Irishman, is so fucking pretentious. It's just a shitty movie. I don't want to talk.
I mean, dude, if you just watch Casino, it's the same movie, and it's better.
I'll take this back about The Irishman. No,
I'm dead ass. No, I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you.
I take back my pretentious claim because while The Irishman is way too fucking long and bullshitty,
that's
and
it
repetitive,
though. That's why it's too fucking. Have you seen Casino? Have you seen the movie Casino?
Casino's too long in my opinion as well.
But Casino it's the exact same movie.
A lot of Martin Scorsese's films are the exact same movie.
I mean,
not
yeah,
a hot take.
Well,
not a hot take, in my opinion.
Yeah, freezing cold take. I know.
But I will say this: the last 45 minutes of
are great.
The Irishman is a perspective on essentially a serial killer,
just having to like get away with it and live his life afterwards.
A mob hitman. For as much as the media glorifies like mafia type stuff like that,
they are serial killers. Like they are all like actual psychopaths.
Yeah, they're all
psychopaths.
Do that, right? They're all serial killers. no matter how much the media glorifies some of the movies, and I do love the last like 45 minutes of The Irishman, because I've never seen a movie or any piece of art that shows what like an 80-year-old psychopath is like. You always see psychopaths as like young people. And
That's a good point. That's a good point. It's always like a hot 20-year-old or 23-year-old like guy that, you know, it's never like an old man that's like, I can't kill anyone anymore. I'm so old. I just have to think about it.
Literally, because like remember the scenes with him and
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
the scenes
actually.
with Robert De Niro and the priest, where the priest is like, "Do you feel bad about killing all those people?" And he's like, "No."
In what?
Robert De Niro is getting interviewed by this priest, like when he's asking for
In
at
what?
the end of The Irishman. The Irishman's like,
Robert. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I thought in my head I had Robert Pattinson for a minute, and I was like, wait, what movie are we talking about?
yeah, still
go
The
on.
Irishman.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's like, no,
Yeah,
I don't.
They're like, the priest says, "Do you feel bad for killing all those people and doing it?" He's like, "No," and then he's like, "Well, can you like try to feel bad?" And De Niro's like,
Can you
"I'll think about it." That's
like that's?
you never, and they're in like a retirement home. You never get that.
I mean, that's
perspective.
that. I'll give it credit where credit is due. That's like an actual. It's like an actual unique perspective. I will say, the part of the movie that really stuck out is bad. Just honestly, just like the second act of the movie is like so long-winded and boring, which kind of sucks because usually the second act is like the best part of a movie of a good movie. You know, the rising action. Like who doesn't want to see that? But in the beginning, when Robert De Niro, when they had like reverse CGI'd him to be, you know, super young looking, and he's like walking around like driving the truck. Like there's like at one point he's like, a guy falls out of the truck and he like kicks him while he's on the ground, and he's doing like a really stiff like old man kick because he as like a 20-year-old or whatever, how old he always supposed to be, and it just looks really really not good.
Action Bronson's in that film as an Undertaker for whatever reason.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to be like, yeah. What is Action Bronson's like ad lib?
You know I'm usually chilling out with Bruce Willis. I know you see me on the TV, looking like a hunk of beef. When I smell your baby mama shit at dungarees. Somebody fuck. I nutted in like 3 strokes. Shit, now that's no way to rep the East Coast. Came out the pussy wearing Timbs. Oh my lord.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. Yeah, I like
I don't
that.
know. He says so much weird shit.
Find the world's tallest ladder, climb to the top, jump off and make punani splatter. Splash, then order that Jumanji play.
Action Bronson, he's a weird figure to me because it's like I have a lot of respect for him. I don't know him personally. He could be a piece of shit. I don't know.
He seems like a really
He
cool guy.
seems like a cool guy.
He has a show.
Oh fuck,
you
that's
don't know about his
delicious.
show?
Yeah, that show. That's like a travel. It's like his attempt at being Anthony Bourdain or something.
It's some Anthony Bourdain shit.
R.I.P. the goat.
You know what time it is?
What's up? What time is it?
It's focus. It's
Oh, the episode.
do the episode. Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you some questions.
That was real. I was really trying to think of the
So
right thing.
let
to
me
say,
ask
but
you some
that's
questions. And
correct.
so like, you're on this alien planet.
Okay, well, wait. So I just got shot there, right? You know, and I guess mine and yours are kind of a little similar, but just with different like draping, you know, and presumably a different planet. So, go ahead and ask your questions, I guess.
Okay.
Well, can you set up what's the planet like first upon arrival?
So this planet is a doomed attempt at building a utopia, you know, downsizing, perfect community, perfect world.
Stop saying that.
We're going to
Stop
bleep
saying
it out every time I
word.
say it, so fuck it. I'm just going to keep saying it. So,
The movie Downsizing with Matt Damon and Bruce Willis.
they can just CGI him into everything.
They make CGI Bruce Willis smaller.
Just CGI Bruce Willis into all the classics. He's in Gone with the Wind now. He's in The Godfather now.
Oh, I fucking love that. That's incredible.
So
Bruce Willis in Gone with the Wind is so funny. That is.
I'll
funny.
describe the planet. It looks like towards the end of Gone with the Wind. This was the destruction of a very bad colony that needed to be destroyed. So it's a dilapidated, rundown piece of shit.
It's like some Mad Max type shit.
That's the perfect, yes.
Or maybe Fallout.
I'm sorry, there's like a truck backing up into some shit. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Might be.
I can't hear it.
Apologize for the world.
We could,
right
you know,
now.
we could, you know, if it's not loud enough to hear on your end, we'll just edit in a truck so the audience knows.
Time for monster germs. Drop in Houston and come take the ride with the best monster trucks in the world.
So this is a Mad Max wasteland. Here you are with one goal: get back with my family. What do you do?
Shit. All right. So I crash land, unbuckle. And I'm just reeling from it. I'm like, holy crap, my wife and kids, like, I gotta contact them, or I gotta stay alive so I can see them later. Is there anything in the pod that I can use?
Whatever you had on in your pockets at the time.
Are you serious?
Dead ass.
Damn, dude. If at the time I would have only had, let's say I'll have a pocket knife, my keys, wallet, and, my phone, I guess. Because I was just we weren't at like the fair or anything. I was just like coming back from the gas station. So I don't have shit, is what I'm saying. Give me one thing. Can you give me a random object?
You got some mouthwash.
That's all I have. Okay, all right. Well, and can I have a pocket knife or no? Or is that too OP to have a fucking knife?
No, you have your keys. You have your house keys from your old house. So that's sharp enough. That should work.
But isn't it reasonable that I could have had a small pocket knife on me?
Isn't
Not
it
like a Swiss
reasonable that
Army
you could
knife,
tuck it
but,
between your knuckles and stab somebody in the throat with it? Isn't it reasonable?
Isn't it reasonable that you could tuck your fucking dick between your out of the back of your ass?
And give yourself an ass name, and then, of course.
And give yourself a man and jump around like Buffalo Bill. Okay, so that's what I do. I jump out of the pod and I just immediately whip down my pants and I assume the Buffalo Bill.
You go name mode.
Exactly, yeah. And I just jump right out of the pod, drop the trowel, and I'm just fucking and I'm like assuming like a karate stance, and I'm giving like a Bruce Lee yell to like ward off any predators. Where did I even land? Am I in like this countryside, or am I in like a desert, or am I in the city?
You're on the edge.
You're
on the edge of town because they want to, when they transport people to Elo Rock, they want to see what they're made of. That's the most important thing. Is it's not about landing on Elo Rock, it's about surviving on Elo Rock. So you've landed on the outskirts of town. So you're kind of like there is what would be woodlands, but they're really far behind you. And so what is before you is urban decay in your situation, or neglected.
But it's like worse than that though, because they never completed it, right? It was like the skeleton of it.
We said it was Gone with the Wind-esque, so it was pristine, but then it was destroyed, rightfully so, because it was fucked up.
Why was it fucked up? What happened? Maybe there was like a workers' revolt or something?
Yeah, the workers that kept up the pristine, amazing society of Elo Rock, this beautiful off-Earth, off-planet, Blade Runner rich society, wasn't so great after all, and the workers revolted and tore it all down.
Fuck, dude. Okay. All right, let me actually put my brain in this situation. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I say, Daddy, hungry. And I look at the mouthwash, right? I'm going to look at the mouthwash, and I'm going to think for a second about drinking that because I'm so thirsty. I'm like, when SpongeBob's in Sandy's fucking house, that's where I'm at right now.
What kind of place is this?
I'm just going to scan around me really quick with my eyes. I'm looking around. City right there. Fucking forest behind me, largely. Do I see any Is there anything around me, or did everything kind of scatter when I landed?
I mean, this town was fully functional. It's just been burnt to a crisp.
I know, but I'm saying, is there anything? I don't see anything in the area immediately. At
I
least.
think before you.
Upon landing.
Okay, yeah. So you arrived towards like where would have been like a toll booth, you know?
Okay. I landed on the most popular place in town.
But it's like still on the outskirts, so you could maybe like journey into the town, which is where you might encounter some.
This is a burpee
It really
episode,
is.
dude. We need to. We should censor that burp
I
too.
will.
That one only, though.
So you land by the toll booth, and on the inside of the town, there be monsters and there be challenges for you, because your goal is to find some form of communication to get you to Slick Flactron.
I thought I had to just live for a year, or are we retconning that?
You could live for a year and someone may pick you up. They say they gonna pick you up.
Or I could like hijack or a ship to get off the planet.
You got it.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm gonna need to like gear up a little bit. So there's like, you said it's like been burned to a crisp, but like there's no immediate like standing buildings of any kind that I could even like, you know, like rifle through for like
They're all
garbage.
like Picasso-esque, you know what I mean? It's kind of like,
Damn, you know, they're all
Yeah.
melting.
he's probably not the best painter to make that comparison to, but you know what I'm saying. They all fucked up.
Like MC Escher.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Yo, I saw the MC Escher exhibit at the NC Art Museum, and it was really pretty.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking
Anyway.
about now. Okay, I was disagreeing with you because I was like, yeah, painter can't picture their work.
You don't know who MC Escher is?
I do now. I do now. It's the name took me a second to register.
Matt is lying. He was either thinking of MC Hammer or the dude that
let's
took
go
pictures
Dali.
of World War II England.
Melted. I like the idea of
Okay.
melted buildings. Like it's like raw iron
Okay,
that's
okay.
been like, yeah.
I guess I'll just go back into the woods then.
You're gonna avoid the challenge of the. Okay, so you're gonna.
At least immediately. I'm gonna come back there later.
Okay,
Don't get me
okay.
wrong. But first, for the first night, I'm gonna like wistfully, you know, let me give like a wistful like stare. And then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go into the forest. What does it look like? Give me some colors and some descriptors. Everything. Just like, you know, it's not that to work
Yeah,
with
so
for
the
my
leaves.
visual
The
visual
leaves
calculus.
are like almost like a dark bluish gray. Everything's like the trees are really close together, so it's kind of like a thick brush. Like the trails aren't trails that have been like formed by people who traveled them before. It's just kind of like the spaces in between the trees of the trails. So every step you take, there's constantly this fear of, you know, animals or some kind of alien being, or I don't know if you ever read those graphic novels Bone, but like those like hairy fucking monsters that might pop out at you and claw you to death or whatever.
There'll be bones.
I think they're making a show about Bone for Netflix. I loved Bone.
I've never
You
read
never
Bone.
read Bone? It's so good.
I know, but it's got a funny ass name. Bone. It's Bone.
If you read it, you would understand that it's probably the only name they could have named it. This is about a bone.
Okay. Good. That's great.
So the forest is very
That's what I would've
thick,
hoped.
and you are flailing your arms.
What time of day is it right now?
Like 7 p.m. So night is approaching.
So I need to. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna walk, and I'm looking for like a big tree, kind of with some rocks near it. You know, like some big boulder near a big tree of whatever these ugly ass blue fucking, you know, blue green or blue gray ass type trees. Okay. So I'm looking for this. I'm looking for a nice clearing. You feel? I'm looking for a clearing. No, not a clearing. I'm looking for a tree with rock. near.
Bet. So you follow the bluish grayish trees, and you find this clearing. And this clearing has one big ass rock in the center, almost like the rock has been rolled to the center to like take up the space of the clearing.
Does the rock have any markings on it, or is it just like a normal?
The rock is very, it's jagged on one side, it's smooth on the other. It looks like kind of like a base, like a meeting point. This rock feels like it was very purposefully put there because there's no other kind of trees.
But there's no actual markings upon the rock?
The markings are kind of like...
No, I'm asking you if they're markings.
I'm trying to explain them. I'm trying to describe them. The markings are...
So there are markings, yes. Okay, there, continue.
The markings are kind of like, they've been scratched in with like really crude tools, you know what I mean? Like someone's trying to like spell out an idea, but maybe somebody else came along after that and scratched it all out. It looks like some like graffiti, but like not like an organized kind, you know?
You mean some like cave painting?
But like then some other cavemen came and painted another cave painting over that cave painting. So it's like this area has been heavily visited.
Just this clearing then. So what you're saying is I've just found a graffiti point.
Pretty
basically.
much.
Okay. All right. Well, how big is this rock?
This rock is like twice the height of you. It's huge.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can I try to push it?
You can try with all your might, but it's probably not going to move.
Okay. I want to try to move the boulder. I want to see if there's any... Okay, I want to try to move the boulder.
Roll for strength.
Okay. I don't have a character sheet, so I'm just going to roll a d20. Ooh, 14.
Okay, so you kind of get the ground kicking up a little bit. Some dirt's kicking up, some roots, some worms are crawling out from under this rock a little bit.
Worms?
You moved it.
I love worms.
Yeah, you moved it. Maybe you're a little hungry. You know, you pick a couple up, put it in your mouth a little bit. Little snack.
Well...
So you arrive at this clearing, and it's got this big rock with a bunch of etchings on it, like some like caveman graffiti.
Caveman graffiti. I like that. There's no... Okay. Big rock. I'm going to try to put... How big is it?
It's like twice your height.
Okay. I'm going to try to... Can I push it? Can I try?
Yeah,
I'm going to try to push it.
See what you roll for the push, the strength of your push.
17, actually. No cap.
Nice.
17.
So you get a good push on this shit.
I'm thinking about my son's Billy and Schmilly as I'm doing this.
Was that their names?
And I push... Yeah, that's what... That's Billy and Schmilly. That's what I said, I think. I pushed the boulder. Is this... Do I feel any... Is this boulder of any meaningful, importance, or is it just like kind of like a? Is it like the tag spot for the caveman
I
of the area?
I think it's kind of like the tag spot because it's like the one big rock in the center.
I'll push that shit, and what's under? What do I find underneath the rock? Why, some delicious grubblies, of course.
Fuck, that's delicious.
And I'm just gonna reach into the fucking dirt with a fistful and just grab it. And just eat it. Well, not the dirt.
There are a lot of people on the internet who think that eating dirt could be the next wave in health and wellness.
I mean, are there any worms in there?
Yeah, there's definitely some worms.
You will also have to consume worms.
Why don't you roll for how many worms you're able to eat?
Able to?
Like how many worms?
Like a worm eating competition?
No, like roll for how many worms you pick up with your fingers.
I'm not even kidding. Dead ass. 20.
You eat 20 worms.
20 worm points. Okay, so even though these worms might have been poisonous or whatever, I guess I'll find out later. I'm like, oh, I'm just fucking stuffed. And so now I got to find some shelter. So I'm gonna waddle my my big daddy ass around over to daddy in the literal
ass
sense.
Thick, head empty.
Exactly. Ass thick, head empty. I'm gonna wander over and I'm gonna try to pitch a tent and I don't mean get an erection. Okay. All right. I mean literally I want to make a tent.
So what do you make a tent out of that is around you? Do you like start like chopping down the trees? What do you chop it down with? Your hands? Like
Yeah, I'm going to use my keys. I'm going to use some car keys to like cut down like a smaller
Roll for how
saplings.
long that shit takes you.
Okay, bet. All right, let's see. This is like a choose your own adventure episode 4. Oh, damn.
So you get no sleep.
Damn.
It's like 4 a.m. by the time you're done cutting this shit down.
You're just fast forwarding straight there. Okay, bet. All right. Well, but I do have a tent.
You do.
Now,
It just
right?
took you like 8 hours.
Took the entire. Okay. All right. Well, it's 4 a.m. I'm just gonna try to. I'll try to get as much sleep as I can. Whew. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give me a little some of that Ebenezer Scrooge type snoring. That sound that Drake makes.
God.
I saw that one tweet, which is like Drake looks like he goes, "Whew," when he sleeps or something. That was back when everyone was clowning on Drake when he was like posting those pictures of him wearing those like silly sweaters and shit.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Yeah, when he was in his femboy Drake era.
Simpler times.
Blurred lines. You said blurred
I said
times.
simpler times.
Oh, they said blurred lines, and I was like,
Not a bad
whoa,
song.
That's accept the message.
You can read like really creepily into it, or you can kind of take it at surface level, I feel like. And it's like, it's a bop if you take it at surface level. I don't know.
All right, so I'm not off to a great start with my survival.
No, you're off to a pretty good start. You found you made shelter. It just kind of like took you a little bit, and now you're a little sleep deprived.
Can I try to sleep a little bit, or should I just? I guess I should just fucking get.
Well, I mean, the
the
dawn is
All right.
rising, so really, like, you know, the sun is coming up in the next hour or so. So really, it's all about your ability. How about you roll for how many hours of sleep you get?
It's too early. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna pick up the nearest rock, like a good like bashing rock. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna march
Like
into
a
town.
rock?
like just a big rock, not like a two-hander,
Right,
but
right.
one that I could bludgeon someone with. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something extra smart.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my shoes off. I'm taking my shoes off, and I'm gonna take my socks off, and I'm gonna layer the socks into each other, and I'm gonna fill it with rocks.
Nice.
So I have like a mace or a what's it called?
A mace,
No,
yeah.
a mace. No.
Like a nunchuck?
No. What's the other one? You know what I'm talking about? The one that's like on the chain. Like a morning star? No, that's not it.
I
That's
thought
on
that was a
stick.
mace. Like it has like on the end of a chain like a spike ball, and it's on a stick.
No, a morning star doesn't have the chain though. Flail. A flail.
Ooh, yes.
So I've made a DIY flail, or at least I had. I mean, it wasn't exactly hard to make it, but I just filled my socks with rocks, and I'm marching into the ruins of the town now.
Okay, so as you're approaching the town, you like make your way past that toll booth. Of course, no one's working at it. It's all burnt up. You're looking at all these buildings on the left and on the right. These are old, like burnt out, like shops and cafes and stuff like that.
Can I make out any signs? Like,
Yeah, there's some.
like what kind of places am I passing?
Yeah, so you're passing like shops and cafes. You're heading towards like the downtown, like financial district of the area. There's like.
I want to go into the cafe.
Okay, go into the cafe then.
What is it like in here? Is there anything of note in the cafe?
So you crawl over, like through the window, through like the broken up window of the cafe, and you look behind the bar there, and you see that there's like it's unplugged, but the refrigerator is sealed shut, but maybe you're just hallucinating. There's a light coming from it, so like
like it's been welded shut?
You're curious about the door behind the bar of the cafe. Like maybe there's some like goodies in it.
Yeah, in the fridge. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm opening that shit.
All right, roll for the spoils of war.
Just
Yeah.
luck.
Like what do you find?
I got an 11. So what is that? What would that
Okay,
mean?
so you roll an 11. So there's a couple like
This is like opening a fucking treasure chest.
So there's
dude.
like a couple of muffins in there. Some of the muffins have like mold spores on them. Some of them don't. So like
I eat the moldy ones immediately.
great penicillin moment. So you just start like ravenously eating all like the old muffins in there. There's like an old cold brew in there, an old Bang like half drank Bang energy drink in there. Like
Yo, wait, did you hear what happened to Bang? They got sued by Monster.
Probably.
No, well, Monster sued them for false advertising. So even though the false advertising that Bang was doing wasn't like, again, didn't literally just because Monster is their competitor, they got money from a lawsuit because Bang was doing false advertising, I guess on like the legal basis of this is money that in theory could have been theirs if Bang wasn't manipulating their customer base. It's weird. Like Monster Energy sued Bang for the, you know what, you fuck it, whatever. Anyways, I know you sound so interested in what I'm saying right now.
I am. The intellectual property of creating natural chemical energy in your body that totally won't like lead to like an early heart attack.
Dude, yeah, that shit's bad. Like,
I've never drank one.
I've had them before, but I mean, I literally, the only time I ever drink an energy drink is if it's in a drink at the bar. Like I be getting them vodka Red Bulls.
Hell yeah.
Otherwise, I will never drink that shit. Because I think that shit's so bad and poisonous, I decided to take another even worse poison and combine them, and then it's good.
You combine the cold brew with the half-drink Bang, which also has...
No, the cold brew with the Bang and the tequila.
Oh, God, yeah. There's some airplane bottles of tequila, like, hidden in the...
And then I drop a Xanax in it.
Yep. The Xanax...
I think that would just kill you. I think that would probably kill you.
Well, you're still so jet-lagged from the escape pod that the chemicals of all these things, they kind of balance out, like your heart rate's going really slow from the interplanetary travel and the lack of sleep, like you're just kind of trudging along. So all these, this cocktail here, it's got you going. It's got you right back on track.
Oh, I was speaking. I didn't know we were talking about literally what was happening. I didn't know we reverted back to the episode. But fuck it. No, I did do all those things.
Hell yeah, you did.
So wait, what did I've already eaten poison. Yeah. What? So I'm tweaking, and then I'm brapping. Because those worms are they're actually milkworms, and I'm lactose intolerant.
So your stomach is doing somersaults right now.
I'm just brapping up a storm right now.
I'm just gonna
run
diarrhea.
I'm gonna run screaming. I'm gonna run.
Roll for diarrhea.
Roll for diarrhea. D20. Sorry, I have to pull it back.
I thought you said you rolled a 20. I was like, oh my god.
I rolled an 8. So does that mean the diarrhea does happen?
That means it kind of happens.
I'm assuming I was rolling to attempt to resist diarrheaing myself.
You were. So that means it's kind of happening, kind of not.
So you're saying, so you're saying is the classic, I had to fart. I tried to fart and then some squirt happened.
Yes. You're sharding.
That's what's... Okay. All right. I'm just going to grab my ass and go, oh no, and then I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna goatsy and rip my asshole open with both of my hands. No, I'm not gonna do that.
It might get the diarrhea out quicker.
It would get the blood out of my body quicker. You know what's one of the most disturbing parts of that image is that guy has a wedding ring on. I don't know how to explain why that disturbs me so much, but just when I see that wedding ring, I'm like, oh no, I bet you his wife did not know about that.
She probably knows now,
or maybe she did, or
who
she definitely knows now. Or that is like a phone on the couch type picture.
Are you sure?
Set up the self timer. Yeah, definitely. It's gotta be, dude.
Don't judge their love. Don't project that onto their love. It could be different than ours.
I'm just saying I'm not judging their love. I'm saying I would love it if he had a wonderful goatsy wife and he goatsied with his wife. But I do think that it's unlikely.
Truly unlikely.
Can we just call this episode Goatsy Wife?
That might mess with our algorithm in ways we don't want to.
Speak for yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my ass that I just pooped too little into. There's a lot of shit in your last episode too. We were just brown bagging this.
There was more in there. There's less in this one. I think we're pretty intentional about that.
Okay, good. All right, well then I'm just gonna run into town screaming.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not adjusting well. So this is day 1.
This is hour 12. This is hour 16.
Yeah, I'm just full on running into the center of. I'm gonna try to find what looked like a Capitol legislature building while just sprinting as fast as I can with all this energy while I'm tweaking and sharting and pooping.
So you find what looks like an old-timey bank that was totally raided at one point, and you're like, oh my God, there's probably some like resources or probably like maybe some type of like ledger or book that can have like communication lines or maybe some underground map of a vault. Like you just look at a bank and you think, old-timey bank, important information is in that bank. I'm going to run in there. So you run in the bank, roll for detective abilities and discovery. Let's just start there, get your number, and we'll go from there.
9. I rolled a 9 for discovery.
Okay, so you see behind the counter a giant like ledger. Giant bank ledger, and this ledger contains all the major deposits and withdrawals from the vault.
Okay, that's fucking useless. I throw that away immediately.
So you throw away this like really big book in the trash can, and it makes a really loud noise, and then you hear a scurrying down the hall, like feet shuffling.
Oh fuck yeah. Okay, all right. Well then I'm caveman mode right now, dude. I'm hungry. I'm thinking of my kids and my wife and my goatsy, and I'm just gonna fucking grab. I'm gonna say, okay. You know what? For the sake of it, the goatsy picture was taken by my wife in this universe. I'm the goatsy guy. Yeah, that's right. I have 2 goatsy kids. Though they're not ready for it, but it's in their blood. It's in their blood. It's in their blood. It's in their blood. Assholes. You know what I mean? Like it's in their asses. It's our dynasty.
Goatsy dynasty. Jesus Christ.
And I are the goatsy
kids
dynasty.
Are going to be learning about that in school in 1,000 years from now.
The goatsy dynasty. Well, not if I fucking die here.
True.
I'm going to haul ass. I'm going to ready my sock flail, and I'm just booking it towards whatever the fuck I just heard.
All right, so you run down the hall.
And I'm giving like a Tarzan yell. I'm like, oh!
And so the scurrying is it's getting louder and louder. Like you are gaining on what is running away from you, and you hear a loud slam of a door, and it's the vault door. The vault door is slammed closed, and you're right outside this closed vault door. And
fuck.
So now you know somebody is on the other side of it, though. You're certain.
I find the door panel. I find the panel for the vault door, for the bank vault, and I'm just gonna smash it with my sock. Well, no, actually, no. Is it in English or is it? Can I read it? Does it look like something I could reasonably interact
definitely.
with? Okay. I'm just gonna hit random buttons on
beep,
it.
Beep 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 boop 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 boop. Yep. And so then you hear like this like loud like their alarms still work. So you know electricity still works in this building. And so you start
interesting.
You know someone's on the other side and you really want to get their attention. And you're not hearing any more scurrying, and maybe it's because the weight of the vault, the door is so big, or maybe it's because the people on the other side are in fear of the unknown being you.
But nothing. The door is not open.
Okay, so
fuck. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna smash the fucking console then with my. No, actually, no. I'm gonna go up to the door, and I'm gonna say, I can. I'm the goatsy man. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna walk out the door. I'm gonna say, if you don't come out here and look me in the eye, I will use my sock to smash this console, and you'll all die in there.
Okay, so then you hear a bunch of like murmuring on the other side, and these guys are like, okay. So the door slowly opens, the bank vault door. And you see these hunched over figures.
What are they?
They're all like 3 feet tall. They all have like really long skulls and like
they're actually like 1 foot tall, but their skulls are 2 feet long. Yes,
exactly. And their eyeballs are at like the very tops of them, but their nose, mouth, and everything is at the very bottom. So they just have all the space in between.
Ew, dude, that's fucking ew. That's
so there's
gross.
all the space. It's like 2 foot space in between of like nothing. It's very smooth.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! They look like bananas.
Yeah. Imagine a mouth and nose at the bottom of a banana and eyes at the top, and then the body is like the body's actually like a perfect triangle.
Okay.
And it's just kind of like it scuffles on the ground, like because of the harsh edges. And
is it wearing like clothing, or is this like a creature? What are the vibes?
The clothes that it has are kind of like, they're kind of like robes that are like, but like they go horizontally across. So it's kind of like the bottom of them is exposed. You know what I mean?
Are there digging balls?
Pretty much, yeah. All their reproductive and urinary and waste organs are hanging out at the bottom, and it's just like it's clearly just for warmth and aesthetic.
So all their holes and balls are out. Okay, I turn around and I do my goatsy for them.
And they reel back in excitement.
And they go, oh my God, our leader, the goatsy god is here.
The goatsy god? This episode is grosser. It is more gross. Why did we can't resist it?
And so these.
Yes, and then my goatsy, I like flex my butt, and so it like looks like it's like talking. And I'm like, yes, it is me, the goatsy god.
You're like doing like the Ace Ventura thing where Jim Carrey talks with his asshole.
Exactly. Yeah,
I'll put in the edit here of him asking you a question.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Dude, nice. That's so funny, Ace Ventura. Yeah, so I do that. I say, my son and my sons and wife, I need to contact them immediately. You would do that for your god, wouldn't you?
And the triangular banana people, they murmur amongst themselves and they go,
We have been looking for the one, the goatsy god. He will guide us to the control panel to turn on the big, great generator of electricity.
But wait, isn't there already electricity here?
It's like on the fray. It's like kind of working, kind of not. You know what I mean? Like the alarms are like kind of like staticky.
Okay.
So it's like the alarm worked enough to like trigger something, but like the electricity isn't enough to like think like a sound will happen for like a second, but it won't be continuous, you know? So the generator will provide like sustained electricity, you know?
All right, I put my hands on my hips and I push my chest out and I'm like, all right, show me, or tell me more about this generator.
So all the triangular figures, they all huddle together and they all touch the tips of their eyeball banana tops together. And all the sides of their triangles like form together to make a little circle. And they all
are like, okay, 1, 2,
and then they jump up in the air and they do like half a somersault, and then the tips drill a perfect hole into the floor, and then they like just disappear down into it.
I followed them immediately.
You splash down into this like half sunken in room that is full of like electronics and cables. There's like loose wires everywhere. You're like, oh my God, I could die in all this loose cables and water. So roll.
Holy crap.
But you see a generator on the other side. So roll for waiting and pulling the cord to restart the generator.
13.
Nice. So you wade through the water. You're doing just fine. You're following the murmuring, the banana people, and then you get to the
Bananites.
Yes, and then you get to the
Bananites.
the generator. And you yank on it with your big muscles a few times, and
I go hard.
Just like that. And you get it going, and it's humming and it's buzzing, and the whole building lights up again. And the banana triangular people, they're like, hooray, they're jumping up and down. And so then you whistle. You whistle really loud, and they all follow in line behind you. And they tell you, if you throw us at objects, we can like break them down or build things really quickly.
Wait, this is just Pikmin again. Wait a minute. No, they don't say that. That is Pikmin again. Wait a minute.
So you got the building lit back up. So now you got some electricity in one building in this whole rundown town. What do you do next?
Oh, fuck. I walk outside the building, and have any of the other ones come to greet me?
The Bananites. So you hear some more sounds around town. You hear some like wind rustling, and things just don't feel right. And you see some little eyeballs pop out from the other buildings that are nearby, and a whole swarm of Bananites pop out, and they're all like chanting, and they're all gathering around. They're touching their tips together, and they're touching their tips together
too. Nice. Are they goat seeing too?
That's what they rely on you for. So they're
Understood.
like, they're like getting mad. They're getting mad, and you're confused. So then you goat see at the new ones, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's the guy! That's the guy!" So they all form this great big.
That's the guy? No, that's our God.
Yeah. So
you wouldn't be like, "That's the guy."
if Jesus came back tomorrow, I'd be like, "Yo, that's the guy."
Jesus Christ comes down and he like grants a miracle, and someone's like, "Oh, that's that guy," you know. That's that guy you've heard about before.
So all the Bananites they're all like swaying back and forth and chanting back and forth, and they're touching their tips together, and you're in the center of their great big circle of all the different. They're slowly pouring in from every nook and cranny of this like destroyed town. They're crawling out from all the buildings and the sewers. They're jumping out of windows, and they're using their, two-dimensional, because like the banana like head part is 3D, but their lower body is 2D for whatever reason, and so they're using that to like float down and like softly land.
All right, I put my hands up, and I one of them hands me a microphone, and I go,
"Do not be afraid, my children."
With my prolapsed anus, yeah. Jesus Christ, this is awful.
"Do not be afraid, my children. The warmth of your city is returned at long last at my behest."
And they're all like, "Yes, oh my God," or like whatever they do, they're clicking their bones together.
And you're like,
what do they do?
They're clicking their tips together in their triangular bodies together, and so you're still trying to get to a slick. What the fuck is it called?
Slick
Flactron, right? And so you're like, my pod is on the other side.
No, let me help. I say,
"I was sent here in an infernal craft, created to shackle my fate, but I've broken free from it, as you well know. But now I need a new vessel, a vessel created from you."
And then I pull out a piece of toilet paper that I've doodled on, where I doodled really quickly, a bunch of them need to hold hands and form a ball around me. And then the other ones need to use their amazing drilling power as a projectile, as an ignition force to shoot this ball into space.
And so they all form their banana tip heads together, and then you open your asshole wider, and they all collectively form one giant tip, and they stick it in to your butthole.
Ew, Jesus Christ.
And they spin around really quickly, creating a lot of torque and energy. Dust kicks up around their feet, and the little pebbles and rocks begin to float in midair.
But I drew a whole diagram. Did they not follow the diagram?
They formed a circle, and they're putting their tips together, and they're...
No, but I'm saying they form like a sphere around... Okay, whatever. Just keep going.
They form the sphere under you, the ball under you, and all the little tips are cramming into your asshole slowly but surely, and the force and the pressure and the speed of their rotation, it's going to shoot you into space.
Wow.
They
And
form
all
like
right,
a
so
they form
I
like
close
a
my
dreidel,
eyes.
and you're like at the bottom of the dreidel, and all that force is just gonna rocket you.
Okay, and now I can see it.
Yeah.
Now I can understand. All right, so they form the butthole dreidel, the goatsy dreidel.
That's
and,
the name of the episode.
I think. and I get shot into space, and I just can't help but think about my sons and my wife and how I'm going to see them again. Okay. And then one day I'll be able to show the children their destiny,
Their inheritance.
their fate.
And so you're zipping about the stars. You're like half breathing because you're like, oh.
Yeah, I immediately exit the atmosphere and my head just explodes. And my wife, and then cut back. Okay, and then we cut really quickly back to the wife at the new house with the kids, and she's talking to the pod guy, the guy who was in the beginning of the episode.
Well, it's gonna be a long time before your husband, serves as a.
Oh, he wants to show our sons how to rip their assholes open. I hope he dies there. Honestly, it was the best thing that could have ever happened. Do you want to be my new husband?
Yeah. That'd be that dude's reaction. Yeah. Just like a long, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's
I
good.
think that's good.
Hey, guys, thank you for keeping up with Theoretically Speaking. This has been Ian's episode of his Alien Planet Survival. We hope you have liked the episode and that you...
This is a really stupid episode. I feel like we didn't do very much surviving either, but it was just more of like a role-playing thing. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah, of course. As long as you, the viewers... nice one. Have enjoyed our burping and our ranting and raving.
They haven't. I guarantee you we're going to have to censor that one, too.
Okay, so now we have 2 burp counts censored out of how many?
At least like 6.
All right. So yeah, guys, thank you for listening again. And please make sure to follow us on Apple and Spotify. That's currently where we have our podcasts listed. And share with your friends.
And Amazon.
Yep. And share with your friends on social media. Talk about the podcast. Any little thing, helps. And we really appreciate the loyalty that we've had for you guys over about 3 years. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, to be honest. We really we appreciate y'all listening. Like Matt was saying, we are pretty close to the end of the season now, I think. I mean, that's just a made up thing that we just kind of justify our. We just kind of make up the seasons basically, but I feel like we're pretty close to the season ending.
Like 5 or 6 episodes, maybe.
But then we're only like halfway through the season. Never mind, I lied completely. What I was going to say is we're definitely going to have some guest episodes soon.
Yes.
So stay tuned. We're figuring that out, and we're definitely going to have some funny folks present.
Oh yeah. All right.
Do you want to tuck them into bed, man?
Yeah. So make sure you got your covers pulled up all the way, your asshole fully stretched out, and think of something really, really nice that you did today, something you could have done better, and hopes and dreams for tomorrow.